I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge 10 Light Clouds Mobile Pendant. This is the 131157. It's also a beautiful wall sconce that goes with this. Check that out if you get a chance to do that. Let's get into the fixture height of the body itself, and we're going to be talking about one individual piece of glass, which is your cloud. It's coming in at 6.5 inches high from the very bottom to the top of this. This is an embedded retaining ring on the top of this that has threading in it that's going to allow this to screw on to the socket. Then your overall diameter, that's going to be encompassing all 10 of these, is coming in at 41.7. So the overall height, that's the distance from the very bottom of the lowest piece to the ceiling itself, is going to give you a pretty good range. 17 inches at its shortest, which means this could be a semi-flush, all the way to 76 inches. That's going to be the standard length. If you have a much taller ceiling, we have a long version that's 17 to 142 inches overall height. If you need to go beyond the 142 inches, drop me a quick email, say you're looking at the 131157, and tell me what you need it to be. It could be 240, going up to a second story. We do that kind of thing all the time, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It'll come back with an answer, and we do customs every day, so don't be afraid to ask those kind of questions. So speaking of high ceilings, sometimes those tend to be slope ceilings, and this fixture cannot be used on a slope ceiling. If you are using a slope ceiling, email me, or actually you can even email me images of the room and drawings, and we can kind of go through what your options are going to be. Okay, it's coming in at 33.4 pounds, so it's a good heft, but it's not overly heavy. It's going to hang from a normal 4-inch junction box. I want to show you some more information about all that, and how we're going to do it is we're going to look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this, on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations, instructions, PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how things go together, which is quite simple. But it's going to show you some really good drawings of the fixture and the canopy up on the ceiling, and how that looks, and how it goes onto your junction box, and how there are other parts on that canopy that attach to your ceiling. So take advantage of those drawings, because it's an inside view of that canopy. The canopy up on the ceiling is going to be 12.3 inches in diameter. It is about that thick. It's holding a transformer. It's going to transform your line voltage down to low voltage, which is going to safely go down through those cables down to the sockets below. When you're looking at that canopy up there, you're going to notice a couple things. So, and remember, you've got to choose your finish option pull-down menu, right? So you're looking at the canopy. The bottom of the canopy is a flat plate, and that's facing down. That's going to be the face plate, and that's going to be in the finish that you chose for choose your finish. The long arms that are holding those cables down below are going to be in that same finish, and then there's a little part that's going to be above this, and actually this as well, that's going to be in the same finish as choose your finish. The cables are always going to be kind of a dove gray, steel gray, so remember that. Back up to our canopy. When you look at the canopy, we know that the bottom part's going to be the choose your finish. However, the can, that's the part that's round that touches the ceiling, is always going to be in black. And you'll notice on the bottom of that is going to be all these grippers, and the grippers are what the cables go into, and they grip just like it sounds like. So a couple things about that. Those are always going to be kind of a polished nickel, so remember that. So you've got three things going on up here. You've got polished nickel grippers, you've got the faceplate that's going to be in choose your finish, and then you have the can of the canopy, which is going to be in black. So those are the three things there. During your installation, you can actually back those cables back out. You're going to be pushing them in and they'll grip. But if you use your thumbnail and push in that gripper, it'll release and allow you to kind of back them out. So because down below, you're going to want to get these spaced out the way you want them to be for your project. So remember all of that. Let's talk about the glass really quick on this. So I love the glass on this. This is Hubbardton Forge's new shell glass. And you may not be able to tell, but there's actually a bit of a modeling going on here. It looks like real shell. So, and it's a beautiful hand-blown piece of glass. There's a lot of other of these cloud fixtures in the line, including the sconce I talked about. So, you know, it's just a really great piece of glass. Hubbardton sources their glass from all over the world. I think this is just a super piece, just by itself, without even fixtures getting involved there. Why don't we talk about the wattage and the bulbs and all the good things down below, because this is a light, and this is going to be using 10 G4 sockets, and G4 sockets use G4 bulbs. You're only going to be using LEDs in this fixture. There's no halogens in this fixture. You're going to be using 10 4-watt G4 bulbs, and they come in different types when you're online looking, or if you're at a Home Depot or a Lowe's or Amazon or any place, you're going to notice they kind of look different, but they do the same job. A 4-watt version of an LED is the equivalent of about a 25-watt bulb. So remember, you've got 10 of these, so that's going to add up quite a bit. So it's a dimmable fixture. You're going to make sure that you're buying dimmable bulbs when you're out in the field looking for these kind of things. We tend to find these on Amazon. Just an easy way to do it. You would put in G4 dimmable LED, and they're going to pop up a big page of things for you to look at. And we talk about LEDs all the time in these videos, that we talk about the color temperature of the light is going to be offered to you in different spectrum of light. So 2700 Kelvin, super yellow light, which could look kind of pretty in this. I think it would make this kind of on the beigey side. I would probably go for something different. The other side of that, the way other side of that, is going to be what's called daylight, and that sounds like it should be a warm light like sunlight, but it's not. That's the bluish white light like you're used to outside, like an overcast day, hospital waiting room, convenience store. That's 4,000 to 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom, I talk about it all the time, is warm white, soft white. That's the light that's coming down on this desk from these LEDs above. These are 3,000 Kelvin warm white, soft white. And I think that would be nice in here. I think that would warm this up quite a bit, maybe show some of the more modeling, and give you your cloud idea. So that would be my take on it. I would probably hit Amazon, look for a dimmable 3,000 Kelvin warm white, soft white 4-watt LED. You don't have to go all the way to 4-watt. You could back that off to 3, 2, or a 1. They actually make even 1.5 watt versions of these. But I would probably go for the full 4, just because sometimes you want the light, the task lighting, if you're doing work in whatever room you're working in. Could be just even cleaning. But remember, it's dimmable. It's a dimmable fixture. Use your dimmable bulbs and then tell your installer you're doing that. So they need to put the correct dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.